If you're a simp, don't watch this. But if you want to atone for your sins as a simp and reclaim the dignity men had before you started to thirst around for women and give them free validation and attention, then you may continue watching. You just might have some hope left. In the world today, there are a lot of men and women out there who are all attempting to either date and pursue each other or ignore and reject each other. For no apparent reason, the simps are drawn to women and chase them by stroking their egos. And thirsty women are being turned away left, right, and center by the alphas, sigmas, and high-value males. In all of this, I believe that the finest lesson a male can learn today is how to correctly manage a woman and her approaches, by how to avoid giving her a free ego massage as most simps do. Undoubtedly, if you're in your 20s or early 30s, you'd like to get better at dating and seducing women. By developing these skills, you improve as a guy who understands the nature and dynamics of women, but more importantly, you learn more about yourself. You learn more about how to communicate with others, what sets off individuals, and how to control situations. You begin learning how to communicate with others. You get knowledge on how to arouse their spirits, bodies, and minds. Here are the top 7 golden rules you can elevate your game and shatter any woman's ego that's used to being given free ego massages by simps who have no self-esteem. 1. Never put her on a pedestal. Don't be a simp when you first meet a woman who ranks 10 on the attractiveness scale, to put it simply. You are a new player in the game, so you shouldn't treat her like she's special. You must know 2 things. She is aware of her beauty. She is aware that you find her appealing. Yet every other man also does. Also, she is accustomed to men complimenting her beauty. When you do that, you instantly become one of the many desperate simping men vying for her affection. You must therefore alter your plan of action. If you place her on a pedestal like every other guy, you won't be able to persuade her to date you or even consider you. Instead, treat her like any other girl. Don't do anything for her that you wouldn't do for other girls. You need to show her that you have your boundaries and that she needs to enter your frame. The moment you treat her like an average girl, she'll forget the mindset that makes her think she's too good for men. She'll be more real with you. Don't let her beauty guide your behavior. 2. Know and enforce your boundaries. Always be prepared to walk away. Don't ignore the warning signs if you are trying to figure out a woman in the early stages of your relationship. Holding yourself up in value at all levels means that if you have been developing as a guy and have become more valuable, the women you have met should also be of that caliber. Don't put up with her lack of respect for you as a man. Remember, what you put up with today just gets worse later. Hold yourself and others around you, including your girl, to high standards. Recognize and appreciate the actual character of women. There are so many guys out there who are so pessimistic about women. It almost seems like they are saying that women are bad. They aren't. They simply aren't like us. You should speak with women, in my opinion. Recognize them. But never compromise your true self for others. Align yourself with who you are as a man. Becoming the kind of man you want to be will make you feel good about yourself. 3. Never thirst after them. Never pursue women. Instead, strive to be the man that women will want to be with. According to a proverb, when you chase something, it's actually trying to get away from you. Don't chase. Instead, be a magnet. However, you need to offer something valuable in order to attract them. Keep in mind that everything in the world is a transaction. Every person we meet, every friend we make, and every encounter we have in this world is motivated by a want on our part or a desire on the part of another person. It's cold, I know, but that's what it is and always has been. Better face it than ignore it. This also holds true for men and women. Women will approach you if you have something worthwhile to offer them. In other words, you will pull her towards you. Be the person who attracts women, not someone who pushes himself toward them. Because nothing's going to happen if she's also pushing against you. Imagine 2 magnets. If one is stationary, the other one. If it's perfectly aligned, will automatically pull the other one towards it. But if you change the sides of the other one, it will never attach itself to the stationary magnet. So you need to work on yourself, become the best version of yourself, and be the magnet that can pull her towards you. 4. Be pre-selected. Women are big on social proof. Try to guess the reasons why most Instagram users are women. They seek social proof and validation from society to tell them that their boyfriend is the best looking of the lot, that their car is the best one they've ever seen, that they are the best looking. The list goes on. Women like picking the winner while they wait at the finish line. By social proof, I mean the amount of attention you receive from others, their opinions of you, and their treatment of you. As soon as you start to make progress in these areas, women will naturally rate you as more attractive. 5. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Don't take rejection personally. It will make you more resilient. Keep in mind that not even the finest pickup artist or most attractive man in the world would have a 100% success rate with women. Everything is up to personal taste. Simply said, most women will find you appealing even if you have improved as a guy. Nonetheless, some people won't. Just get over it. Concentrate on the people that do want you. One of the most vital male qualities you can cultivate is the ability to go forward while remaining grounded. And believe me, this really only comes after experience, such as getting rejected by women. At first, it might put you down, but when you keep trying, you get better at it, and you realize that the only way to succeed is to step ahead and move on. That's where personal growth takes place. 6. Don't date women with baggage. Guys, be very wary of mothers who have had children from previous marriages and are now desperate for a husband. This is because they're usually a lot more experienced than you if you haven't yet been married. They've already been married. They know what they want out of a husband. They know what they need for their children. And what they want and need is pretty much the same thing. It's financial stability. This means if you get in a relationship with a single mother and end up marrying her, your only role is to provide for her, and you can't expect anything in return. This might offend some people out there, but please know this is the reality. And if you're divorced and have a child, would you want your child to have a new mother who already has children and will not be as affectionate to your child? Or would you rather have someone who really does prefer your child and yourself? With single mothers, it's hard for them to be as loving to their new partner's children as they are to their own because they've known a life of trauma and heartbreak and are wired to think for themselves. And I'm not generalizing here in any way, just providing an honest opinion based on my own observations. 7. Leave when respect isn't being served. Men have a propensity to complicate things in their life. In fact, it's practically impossible for a guy to make a mistake if he abides by all the right rules. One of the best ways to go wrong is to pursue a lady who is obviously ignoring you. Take notice of this. You should respond just as she did. If she provides you with any cues, take advantage of them to up the ante on the game. The smartest thing you can do as a man is to leave if she ignores you. Keep in mind that a man's greatest superpower is his ability to remain grounded, think clearly, and suppress his emotions. Women are sensitive beings. Men, however, not so much. If a woman rejects you and moves on, you should emulate her behavior and move on too. When you do this, you'll see her wanting you. So, these are the 7 golden rules to not conform to society's warped expectations of men and to destroy her ego. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. And let us know your thoughts on this in the comments. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.